From the Blues Hotel Collective, welcome to Blues Moments in Time, where every groove holds a memory and every moment echoes the truth of what came before. Today, we rewind the reel, trace the footsteps, and revisit the chapters that shaped the blues. Here is our host, Kelvin Huggins.
Welcome to Blues Moments in Time, the podcast dedicated to exploring the rich history and cultural significance of blues music. Today we're diving into the events that shaped the blues on January 6. Let's start with the cultural landscape. Music doesn't exist in a vacuum, and on January 6, we've seen blues-inspired art crash into the mainstream, creating waves that are still felt today. Picture this, it's January 6, 1957. A young Elvis Presley is making his final appearance on the Ed Sutherland Show, the biggest stage on television. But there's a catch. The network censors, rattled by his electrifying blues-infused hip swivels, demand he be filmed only from the waist up. It was a moment that perfectly captured the cultural clash of the era, the raw, untamed energy of this new music born from the blues versus the buttoned-up conservatism of the 1950s America. Elvis was a conduit, channeling the spirit of the blues into millions of homes, and the establishment was running scared. Fast forward to January 6, 1979. The scene is Dick Clark's American Bandstand. The Village People are performing their smash hit YMCA. In the studio audience, something magical happens. People start forming the letters with their arms, and with a little encouragement from Dick Clark, a global dance craze is born. It was a pure joyful moment of cultural participation, a phenomenon that shows how music can create a shared language that transcends everything. Now let's turn our attention to the political climate. The blues has always been a voice for the voiceless, a chronicle of hardship and a quiet form of rebellion. From its very inception in the fields and prisons of the American South, the blues was a form of protest. According to the Library of Congress, early work songs were a direct response to brutal conditions, a way to communicate and endure. The spirit of defiance is woven into the very fabric of the genre. The blues created heroes out of outlaws and gave a platform to those denied justice in the courts and legislatures. It was the first draft of a story that would later be told by the anthems of the civil rights movement, a movement that drew deep inspiration from the emotional honesty and resilience of blues and jazz music. Of course, no discussion of blues history would be complete without exploring the music itself, and January 6 has been a busy day on the musical calendar. On this day in 1976, Peter Frampton released a record that would define an era, the double album Frampton Comes Alive. It became one of the best-selling live albums of all time, proving the massive commercial power of blues rock. Just a few years earlier, on January 6, 1973, Carly Simon's You're So Vain hit #1, a masterclass in songwriting that captivated the world. And in 1975, Pink Floyd walked into Abbey Road Studios to begin recording Wish You Were Here, an album that would become a tribute to their lost blues-loving founder, Syd Barrett. Even earlier in 1964, a young band called the Rolling Stones, who owed their entire sound to American blues, kicked off their very first headlining tour in the UK, bringing the music they loved to a whole new audience. January 6 has also marked the beginnings of life for some incredible blues musicians. On this day in 1951, one of the great modern harmonica masters, Kim Wilson, was born. As the frontman for the fabulous Thunderbirds, Wilson brought a powerful, authentic blues sound to the pop charts in the 80s. We also celebrate the birth of Earl Scruggs in 1924. While a bluegrass legend, his revolutionary three-finger banjo style has a ripple effect across all of American music, influencing countless guitarist with its intricate driving rhythm. Now sadly, January 6 has also been a day of loss. It's a day we remember the giants who have left us. January 6, 1993, the world lost a true music genius, John Burke's Dizzy Gillespie, a founder of bebop, a pioneer of Afro-Cuban jazz, and the trumpeter of breathtaking skill. Dizzy changed the language of modern music. He always acknowledged the blues as the bedrock of jazz, and his passing left a void that can never be filled. On this day in 2006, we also lost the silky voice of Lou Rawls, a singer who moved effortlessly between soul, jazz and blues. Rawls sold over 40 million records and left a legacy of pure class and soulful storytelling. We also remember Georgiana Tillman of the Marvelettes, who passed in 1980, and the proto-punk guitar hero Ron Asheton of the Stooges, who left us in 2009. Thanks for joining me on another journey with Blues Moments in Time. Until next time, keep the blues alive.